You are about to hear something that has been waiting for you. This is not an accident. You clicked on this for a reason. What you're about to hear holds the kind of knowledge that changes everything. Once it's known, it can't be forgotten. There is a part of you, a quiet voice, that knows there's more to your life, more to this world, than what you've been shown. That voice is right. What follows is meant for you. Listen closely. Before we begin, let me know in the comments where you're listening from, and which hidden truth or secret you feel ready to uncover. It's always powerful to see people from all over the world awakening to the same mysteries together. You can simply listen and let the words flow through you, or read along with the text on screen for a deeper, more focused experience. Let's begin. There is a secret sleeping inside you. It has been there all your life. It is the source of that faint, persistent whisper you hear in your quietest moments, the one that tells you that you were meant for something more. It is the reason you feel a slight pang of restlessness when everything seems fine on the surface. It is the quiet conviction that the life you are living is only a shadow of the life you are capable of living. Today, that whisper is going to become a clear, unmistakable voice. Today, we begin the process of awakening it fully. For too long, you may have felt that the real knowledge, the profound secrets of success, happiness, and personal power were locked away. You may have imagined them held in vaults by a privileged few, discussed in hushed tones in secluded rooms. You have been looking in the wrong places. The greatest secret, the most powerful knowledge on earth, is not hidden in a book or a temple. It is hidden in plain sight. It is hidden within the most common, yet most unexplored, territory in existence. Your own mind. Think about the person you admire most, the life you dream of living, the impact you wish to have. Do you believe that person was born with something you lack? Do you believe that life is reserved for a different kind of human being? I am here to tell you, with absolute certainty, that it is not. The only difference between the life you have and the life you want is the quality and the application of your thinking. This is the foundational stone of all 33rd degree knowledge. It is not about what you have been given. It is about what you do with what you have. It is about learning the operating system of your own consciousness and then taking the controls. I want you to consider the acorn. It is a small, unremarkable thing. Yet, within that tiny shell is a powerful, invisible force, a blueprint, a commanding imperative that says, "Become an oak tree." It does not struggle with this command. It does not question if it is worthy of being an oak. It simply obeys the natural law within it, using the soil, the rain, and the sun to fulfill its destiny. You, too, have a blueprint within you. It is the blueprint of your potential, of your highest self. But unlike the acorn, you have been given the power of choice. You can choose to listen to that imperative, or you can choose to ignore it. You can allow the world to tell you what you are, or you can decide for yourself what you will become. This book is your invitation to stop ignoring the blueprint. This is your call to move from being a passive participant in your life to becoming the conscious architect of it. The knowledge we will explore together is not new. It is as old as civilization itself. It has been called by many names throughout history, but its principles are eternal, and its power is undiminished. We are going to bring it out of the shadows of mystery and into the clear, practical light of your everyday life. We are going to make it work for you. So, prepare yourself. What you are about to learn will change everything. It will change how you see your past, how you operate in your present, and most importantly, how you build your future. Chapter 1. The Secret Society Inside Your Mind. You walk through life believing you are a single, solid individual. But that is an illusion. The truth is, you are the presiding officer of a most fascinating and powerful inner society. There are, in a very real sense, two distinct versions of you sharing the space between your ears. The first is the one you know well. It is the conscious you, the thinking you, the one listening to my voice right now. It is the captain of the ship. It has the power to reason, to decide, to choose, to direct. It is the seat of your willpower and your awareness. But it is only one part of the whole. The second you is far more vast, a silent, immense, and incredibly powerful force. This is your subconscious mind. It is the engine room of your ship. It does not reason independently. It does not argue. It simply obeys. Its primary function is to take the orders, the beliefs, and the ideas handed down by the conscious captain, and to bring them into reality. It is the mechanism of habit. It is the source of your intuition. It is the storehouse of your memory. And it is the creative force that manifests your outer world from your inner world. Now, here is the critical point that most people never learn. Your subconscious mind is utterly literal. It takes every command from the conscious mind as absolute truth and sets about, with relentless and impersonal power, to make it so. Think about that for a moment. If your conscious mind, the captain, continually thinks thoughts of fear, lack, and limitation, what is it commanding the engine room to produce? It is commanding it to produce more fear, more lack, and more limitation. The subconscious, your faithful servant, simply says, "Yes, sir," and goes to work, arranging circumstances, opportunities, and feelings to match those commands. Conversely, if the captain holds a vision of confidence, abundance, and success, the subconscious mind accepts that as its new truth and begins to pull on the invisible levers of life to manifest that reality. This is not magic. This is the most fundamental law of human psychology. You are already using this power every single day. The only question is, are you using it intentionally or by accident? Right now, I want you to pause and consider the landscape of your own life. Look at your health, your finances, your relationships, your sense of peace and accomplishment. What you see is not a random collection of events. It is a perfect, physical printout of the dominant thoughts and commands you have been sending to your subconscious mind over the days, months, and years gone by. Your outer world is a mirror, reflecting your inner world with unerring accuracy. This can be a frightening realization, or it can be the most liberating discovery you will ever make. It is frightening if you feel you are a victim of your circumstances. It is liberating when you realize that by changing your thoughts, you can, in time, change every single circumstance. From this moment forward, you must become the vigilant guardian of the gateway to your subconscious mind. That gateway is your conscious thinking. Every thought you entertain is a potential command. You would not hand a signed blank check to a stranger. Do not hand the blueprint for your life to a random, fearful, or negative thought. You are the captain. You must take command. You must choose your thoughts with the same care and deliberation a master architect would choose the materials for a cathedral, because that is precisely what you are building, the cathedral of your life. And it all starts with the quality of the commands you issue in the quiet society of your own mind. Chapter 2. Your Invisible Blueprint. The Law of Mental Equivalence. Everything you see in the physical world began as an idea in someone's mind. The chair you are sitting on, the device you are listening to, the house you live in, they all existed first as a thought. That thought was held, detailed, and believed in until it found its way into physical form. This is the universal creative process, and it applies not only to inventions and buildings, but to the very fabric of your personal existence. Your life, as it stands right now, is the physical manifestation of your dominant thoughts. It is the exact equivalent of what you have held, often unconsciously, in your mind. This is the unshakable law of mental equivalence. Your subconscious mind is a builder. It is forever at work, translating your mental images into their physical counterparts. If you hold a picture of health and vitality in your mind, and you believe in that picture, your subconscious will direct your body's incredible resources toward making that picture real. If you hold a picture of financial abundance and success, your subconscious will begin to attract the ideas, the people, and the opportunities necessary to bring that image to life. But you must provide the blueprint. You cannot build a beautiful house from a vague, blurry, or torn set of plans. And you cannot build a beautiful life from vague, blurry, or negative mental pictures. Let me ask you a direct question. What is the blueprint you are currently holding for your life? If you were to close your eyes right now and picture your life 5 years from today, what do you see? Be honest. Is the image clear, vibrant, and filled with the details of achievement and happiness? Or is it fuzzy, uncertain, or perhaps even colored with images of struggle and mediocrity? Most people have never taken the time to draw a clear blueprint. They let the world, the news, their past experiences, and the opinions of others draw it for them. They are living in a house they never designed, and they wonder why the rooms feel so small and the windows let in so little light. You have the power to redraw that blueprint today. You are the architect. The first step is to decide what you truly want. Not what you think you can get, not what others tell you you should want, but what you, in the quiet honesty of your own heart, truly desire. See it. Feel it. Add color to it. Add sound to it. Make it so real in your mind that you can reach out and touch it. This is not daydreaming. This is the most serious work you will ever do. This is the act of giving a clear, precise, and powerful command to the builder within you. Your subconscious mind will accept this new blueprint as its journaling, its command, and it will begin the process of dismantling the old structure and assembling the new one. Do not be discouraged if the outer world does not change overnight. A master builder does not become frustrated that the cathedral is not finished after the first day of work. He consults the blueprint and continues his work with faith and persistence. You must do the same. Hold to your new mental image. Protect it from the doubts and fears that will inevitably arise. Feed it with your attention and your belief. The law of mental equivalence is always working, as reliable as the law of gravity. It is building for you, right now, the exact equivalent of what you consistently hold in your mind. Make sure it is a picture worthy of you. Chapter 3. The Master Key of Focus. Where your attention goes, your power flows. The most valuable real estate in the world is not in New York, London, or Tokyo. It is the small, 6-inch space between your ears. What you choose to build on that property determines the entire course of your life, and the tool you use to build is your attention. Your attention is not just your ability to notice things. It is the very substance of your creative power. It is the channel through which your life force, your mental energy, flows into the world. And whatever you consistently focus your attention on, you are, in that moment, empowering. This is a universal law, as certain as any law of physics. Where your attention goes, your energy flows. And where your energy flows, that thing grows. Think of your mind as a magnificent, powerful spotlight. This spotlight can illuminate anything you choose. You can swing it toward your goals, your dreams, your strengths, and the beauty in your life. Or, you can swing it toward your problems, your fears, your past mistakes, and what you believe you lack. Most people are not in control of their spotlight. They let it be jerked around by the daily news, by a negative comment from a coworker, by a fleeting worry, or by the loudest distraction in their environment. They spend their days illuminating the very things they do not want, and then they wonder why those things seem to get bigger and more formidable. I want you to take a firm grip on the handle of your spotlight today. You are the operator. From this moment forward, you must become fiercely protective of what you allow to occupy the center stage of your mind. Every minute you spend worrying about a problem is a minute you are empowering that problem. Every hour you spend dwelling on a past failure is an hour you are investing in failure. Conversely, every moment you spend visualizing your success, feeling the feelings of your achieved goal, and focusing on solutions, is a moment you are pouring the concrete foundation of your future triumph. Your attention is the currency of your destiny. How are you spending it? Let us be practical. You cannot simply ignore a real problem, but you can change your focus regarding it. Instead of focusing on the problem itself, the what is, you must immediately shift your spotlight to the solution, the what can be. See the problem resolved. Feel the relief of having it handled. Focus your mental energy on the next step you can take to move toward that resolution. By doing this, you are no longer feeding the problem. You are feeding the solution. You are commanding your subconscious mind to find a way, to open a door, to provide an idea. It will respond. It has to. It is your servant, and it is designed to move you toward whatever you are focused upon. Right now, I want you to make a decision. Decide that you will no longer rent out the prime space in your mind to fear, to doubt, or to anger. Decide that you will be the sole curator of your mental focus. When you find your spotlight drifting towards something that weakens you, something that disempowers you, you will gently, but firmly, swing it back. You will bring it back to your goals, back to your strengths, back to gratitude, back to the vision of the life you are building. This is not a one-time act. This is the daily, hourly practice of a master. It is the disciplined use of your greatest power. Control your attention, and you will command your life. Chapter 4. The Alchemy of Belief. Transforming thought into tangible reality. A thought is a powerful thing, but it is not yet a thing. It is a seed. For that seed to break through the soil and grow into a mighty tree, it requires one essential, catalytic element. That element is belief. Belief is the soil, the water, and the sun for the seed of your thought. Without it, the most brilliant idea will remain dormant, a phantom of what could have been. With it, the most ordinary thought can begin a process that culminates in an extraordinary reality. This is the alchemy we are discussing. The mysterious, yet predictable process of transforming the lead of simple thought into the gold of tangible achievement through the furnace of belief. What is belief? It is not merely intellectual agreement. It is not hoping or wishing. True belief is a deep, visceral, often unconscious conviction that something is true. It is the operating system running in the background of your subconscious mind. And your subconscious mind, that powerful builder we discussed, only activates fully when it receives a thought that is charged with the energy of genuine belief. A thought without belief is like a command given in a language the subconscious does not understand. It may hear it, but it will not act upon it with any real force. A thought backed by belief is a royal decree. It is met with a, "Yes, sir," and the full creative machinery of your being swings into action. Now, here is the most important question you will ever ask yourself. What do I truly believe? Not what do I say I believe, not what do I hope to believe, but what do my actions, my feelings, and my current results prove that I believe? Deep down, if you say you believe you can be wealthy, but you feel a knot of anxiety every time you look at your bank statement, which belief is your subconscious acting upon? It is acting upon the belief in lack, because that is the belief charged with the stronger emotional energy. Your subconscious mind is convinced by your feelings, not by your words. It is persuaded by the vividness of your mental images and the certainty you attach to them. So how do you build a new belief? You build it deliberately, through repetition and emotional conviction. You cannot simply tell yourself once, "I am successful," and expect a lifetime of contrary programming to vanish. You must become a carpenter of your own mind. You take the new thought, the new blueprint, and you hammer it in, day after day, with the force of your focused attention. You create a new mental image so vivid, so detailed, and so emotionally compelling that your subconscious mind cannot distinguish it from physical reality. You feel the joy of the achievement now. You feel the gratitude for the success, as if it has already arrived. You walk, talk, and act as if you are already the person you have decided to become. This is not self-deception. This is the highest form of self-creation. You are not pretending. You are practicing the reality you wish to inhabit until your subconscious mind accepts it as fact. And once it does, a miraculous shift occurs. You will find yourself making different choices. You will notice new opportunities you were blind to before. You will attract different people into your life. Your entire world will begin to reorganize itself around this new, commanding belief. The alchemy will be complete. The thought will have become a thing. The invisible will have become visible. And it all started with your decision to believe in a higher truth than your current circumstances were showing you. Believe in the person you are capable of becoming, and you will have taken the most critical step toward becoming that person. Chapter 5. The Architect of Your Habits. Designing a Destiny on Autopilot. You are where you are today largely because of your habits. Your habits are the invisible architecture of your daily life. And that daily life, compounded over years, becomes your destiny. A habit is nothing more than a thought or an action that you have repeated so often it has become automatic. It has been handed over to the faithful service of your subconscious mind to run on autopilot. This is a magnificent efficiency of the human mind. It frees your conscious mind from the burden of having to decide how to brush your teeth or how to drive your car every single time. But this incredible power has a dark side. It will automate failure just as readily as it automates success. Think about it. If you have a habit of waking up and immediately checking the news, which is often filled with negativity and crisis, you have automated a morning dose of anxiety and fear. You have programmed your subconscious to start the day looking for problems. If you have a habit of procrastinating on important tasks, you have automated a pattern of last-minute stress and mediocre results. If you have a habit of speaking critically of yourself or others, you have automated a mental atmosphere of judgment and limitation. These habits are not moral failures. They are simply programs you have installed, and they are running exactly as designed. Now, here is the magnificent news. You are the programmer. You can uninstall any program that is not serving you, and you can install a new one. You can redesign the architectural plans for your life, one habit at a time. You do not need overwhelming willpower. You need a clear strategy. The process of building a new habit is the process of giving a new, clear command to your subconscious mind and repeating it with enough consistency that the subconscious says, "I see. We do it this way now," and takes over the task. It is about making the desired behavior automatic, so it requires less and less conscious effort. Let us build a new habit together, right now. Pick one small, positive change you would like to make. It could be drinking a glass of water first thing in the morning, reading 10 pages of an uplifting book, or taking a 5-minute walk. Do not start with running a marathon. Start with a single step. Now, you must connect this new behavior to a specific trigger in your existing routine. After existing habit, I will new habit. For example, after I pour my morning coffee, I will read 1 page. The existing habit is the trigger that launches the new one. The repetition of this pattern is what etches the new pathway in your mind. And you must make it satisfying. Your subconscious mind is motivated by reward. When you complete your new small habit, take a moment to acknowledge it. Feel a sense of pride. Give yourself a mental pat on the back. That feeling of satisfaction is the signal to your subconscious that this is a program worth keeping. Over time, as the habit becomes ingrained, the reward becomes the feeling of competence and control you get from being the architect of your own life. You are no longer a passenger, blown by the winds of old programming. You are the pilot, setting a new course, one deliberate, automated habit at a time. Design your habits well, and you will have designed a destiny of success and fulfillment. Chapter 6. The Unseen Current. Tapping into the power of your superconscious mind. We have spoken of the conscious mind and the subconscious mind. But there is a third level of mind, a higher faculty that is your direct connection to the infinite intelligence of the universe. Different traditions have called it by different names: the universal mind, the infinite intelligence, the higher self. For our purposes, let us call it the superconscious mind. This is not a separate mind, but the deepest level of your own awareness, the part of you that is tapped into the source of all creation, all ideas, and all inspiration. It is the unseen current that flows through everything, and you have a wire running directly to it. The conscious mind is for analysis and decision. The subconscious is for habit and manifestation. The superconscious mind is for inspiration, for genius, for miraculous solutions. Have you ever struggled with a problem for hours, only to have the perfect answer pop into your head while you were taking a shower or walking in nature? That was not an accident. That was your superconscious mind at work. When you relax your conscious striving, you open a channel for this higher intelligence to communicate with you. It has access to information, connections, and possibilities that your limited, logical conscious mind could never conceive on its own. This is the source of every great invention, every beautiful symphony, every breakthrough in human history. It is the aha moment. It is the sudden knowing that comes from a place beyond reason. And this power is not reserved for a select few geniuses. It is available to you, right now. You have already experienced its work, though you may not have labeled it as such. The key is to learn how to access it intentionally, to become a conscious collaborator with this immense power within you. How do you do this? You do it by asking clear questions and then letting go. Your conscious mind's role is to define the problem, to state the goal with clarity and precision. How can I improve this specific part of my business? What is the next step I need to take to move toward this dream? Show me the solution to this conflict. You pose the question with focused intention. Then, you release it. You let it go completely. You shift your attention to something else that relaxes you. A walk, a hobby, a nap, listening to music. You trust that the request has been received by a power far greater than your conscious self. And then, you listen. You remain alert and open. The answer may not come as a thundering voice. It may come as a quiet intuition, a sudden urge to call someone, a book that seems to fall off the shelf in front of you, or an idea that flashes into your awareness with stunning clarity. When it comes, you must act on it. To ignore an intuitive prompting from your superconscious mind is to slam the door on your greatest ally. This is not a passive process. It is a dynamic partnership. You provide the clear request and the faithful action. The superconscious provides the inspired solution and the invisible assistance. Trust this process. Trust this unseen current. It is the most powerful creative partner you will ever have. Chapter 7. The Obstacle as the Path. How your challenges forge your greatness. From this moment forward, I want you to see every problem, every setback, and every obstacle in a completely new light. I want you to see them not as roadblocks on your path, but as the very path itself. They are not detours from your destiny, they are the training ground for it. There is not a single person who has achieved anything of lasting value who has not faced and overcome significant challenges. In fact, it is the overcoming that forges the character, develops the skill, and builds the strength necessary to not only achieve success but to hold on to it. The obstacle is not the enemy. The obstacle is the teacher. Look back on your own life. Think of a time you faced a real difficulty, a time you thought you might not make it through. Now, consider who you became as a result of navigating that challenge. Did you not learn something about your own resilience? Did you not discover a strength you did not know you possessed? Did it not force you to develop a new skill, to find a new solution, to think in a way you had never thought before? That difficulty was a chisel, and you were the block of marble. It was knocking off the rough edges, revealing the stronger, more capable you that was hidden inside all along. The world's most common and most costly error is the desire for a life free of problems. It is a futile wish. A life without challenges would be a life without growth, without strength, without achievement. It would be like a muscle that never meets resistance. It would remain weak and flaccid. Your problems are the resistance that strengthens your mental, emotional, and spiritual muscles. The moment you shift your perspective and see a problem as an opportunity to grow, you disarm it of its power to discourage you. You transform it from a menace into a mission. So, the next time a significant challenge arises, I want you to do this. First, stand firm and refuse to panic. Take a deep breath and acknowledge this simple truth. This has come to teach me something. This is here to make me stronger. Second, ask yourself the right questions. Do not ask, why does this always happen to me? That is a victim's question that will only bring you more reasons to feel like a victim. Instead, ask the questions of a conqueror. What is this trying to teach me? What is the opportunity hidden within this situation? What action can I take right now to move forward, even one small step? This shift in questioning will change everything. It will move you from a passive state of endurance to an active state of command. You are no longer being attacked by the problem. You are actively mining it for its hidden gold. You will find that the moment you accept the challenge and begin to look for the lesson, the solution will begin to reveal itself. The path will appear. You are not meant to have a life free of storms. You are meant to become a skilled captain who can sail through any storm, and you become that captain not on the calm, sunny days, but in the heart of the tempest. Embrace the obstacle. It is the raw material of your greatness. Chapter 8. The Language of Tomorrow. How your words shape your future. You are constantly prophesying your own future. You are doing it right now. With every word you speak. Most people are utterly unaware of the creative power of their own language. They use words carelessly, like a child playing with a loaded gun. They speak of their terrible luck, their awful memory, their constant struggle. They announce to the world, and more importantly, to their own subconscious mind, "I'm so broke," or "I'm always getting sick." And they wonder why their reality continues to reflect these declarations. Your words are not just descriptions of your reality. They are commands that shape your reality. Your subconscious mind, that literal and obedient servant, hears your words and accepts them as its truth. When you say, "This is going to be a terrible day," you have just issued a command. Your subconscious will now work tirelessly to filter your experiences, to highlight every minor annoyance, and to arrange circumstances to ensure you have a terrible day, thus proving your command was correct. It is simply doing its job. Conversely, when you say, "Something wonderful is going to happen today," you have issued a different command. Your subconscious will now become a scout, looking for the good, the helpful, and the fortunate, and it will lead you toward it. Your words set the tone for your entire mental factory. I want you to become a master of your vocabulary. This is not about positive thinking. It is about precise and powerful communication with the most creative part of yourself. Begin by eliminating the language of permanence and finality from your speech when it comes to negative things. Stop saying, "I always," and "I never," when describing your failures or shortcomings. Stop using absolute, disempowering words like terrible, horrible, and awful for minor inconveniences. You are not just describing a traffic jam. You are programming your mind to see a catastrophe. This drains your energy and clouds your judgment. Instead, adopt the language of possibility and process. Replace "I can't afford it" with "I haven't chosen to prioritize that yet." The first is a statement of permanent lack. The second is a statement of personal choice and temporary condition. Replace "this is a problem" with "this is a situation that I am handling." The first defines you as a victim of circumstance. The second defines you as the capable person in command. Speak about your goals as if they are in the process of unfolding. Say, "I am building a successful business," not "I hope to have a business one day." Your words must reflect the reality you are in the process of creating, not just the reality you currently see. Listen to yourself. For the next 24 hours, become a detective of your own speech. Notice the words you use. Are they words of strength, of hope, of capability? Or are they words of weakness, of complaint, of limitation? You have the power to change them. And when you change your words, you will change your thoughts. And when you change your thoughts, you will change your life. Your tongue is the architect's pen. Use it to draw a future of power, of grace, and of magnificent achievement. The language you speak today is building the world you will inhabit tomorrow. Speak accordingly. Chapter 9. The Economy of the Mind. Investing your mental energy wisely. You have a bank account far more important than any financial institution. It is your account of mental energy. This is the capital you use to build your life. Every thought you think, every emotion you feel, every worry you entertain, is either a deposit into this account or a withdrawal from it. Positive, constructive, and peaceful thoughts are deposits. They build your reserves, increase your power, and give you the fuel to take action. Negative, fearful, and angry thoughts are massive withdrawals. They drain your power, leave you feeling exhausted, and paralyze you from moving forward. To succeed in any endeavor, you must become a wise and shrewd investor of your mental capital. Think of the last time you spent an entire day worrying. At the end of that day, were you not completely drained, even though you had accomplished nothing physical? That is because worry is one of the most expensive withdrawals you can make. It spends a tremendous amount of mental energy on a future that has not happened and may never happen. Anger is another costly expenditure. It burns through your capital at an alarming rate, leaving you with nothing but ashes and fatigue. Indecision, resentment, and fear are all like thieves in the night, steadily robbing you of the very energy you need to create the life you want. Now, consider the activities that fill your mental bank account. A feeling of genuine gratitude is a massive deposit. Focusing on a solution is a deposit. Taking action toward a goal, no matter how small, is a deposit. Engaging in deep, focused work is a deposit. Spending time in nature, listening to uplifting music, or reading an inspiring book, these are all deposits. They recharge you. They amplify your creative power. They make you sharper, wiser, and more effective. The successful person is not necessarily the one with the most innate talent. He is the one who has learned to conserve and invest his mental energy where it yields the highest return. I want you to conduct a mental audit. For 1 week, keep a close watch on your mind. Notice where you are spending your mental currency. Are you investing it in building your future, or are you spending it on reliving past grievances or fearing future uncertainties? The moment you catch yourself making a costly withdrawal through worry or anger, you must stop. Cancel the transaction. You do this by deliberately shifting your focus to something for which you are grateful, or by taking one small, concrete action related to your goals. This act of shifting focus is like moving your money from a high-fee account into a high-yield investment. Your mental energy is your most precious resource. It is the steam in your engine. You cannot afford to let it leak out through the cracks of idle worry and negative emotion. Guard it jealously. Invest it wisely in thoughts and activities that build you up and move you forward. A man with a full mental bank account is confident, creative, and magnetic. He sees opportunities where others see obstacles because he has the energy to find solutions. He is the master of his inner economy, and because of that, he becomes the architect of his outer destiny. Manage your mind like a fortune, and you will find that a fortune, in every sense of the word, will follow. Chapter 10. Your Inner Cathedral. Leaving a legacy carved from consciousness. You have now been given the keys to the kingdom within you. You understand the structure of your mind, the laws that govern it, and the practices that harness its power. But all of this knowledge, all of this power, serves one ultimate, magnificent purpose. It is not just for the accumulation of wealth, though that may come. It is not just for the achievement of goals, though you will achieve them. It is for the building of your life into a masterpiece. It is for the construction of a legacy that will endure long after you are gone. You are not just building a life, you are building a cathedral. And every thought, every word, and every action is another stone placed in its walls. What is a cathedral? It is a structure of immense strength and breathtaking beauty. It is designed to inspire, to uplift, and to provide shelter. It is built to stand for centuries, a testament to the vision and dedication of its creators. Your life can be the same. The strength of your cathedral comes from the integrity of your character. The beauty of it comes from the love you give, the kindness you show, and the service you render to others. It provides shelter through the wisdom you share and the positive influence you have on everyone you meet. This is the ultimate aim of all 33rd degree knowledge. To live so well that your life becomes a gift to the world. Look at the person you were when you started this book. Now, see the person you are becoming, the conscious architect, the vigilant guardian of your mind, the master of your habits, the partner with the superconscious. You are no longer a piece of driftwood on the ocean of chance. You are the captain of a mighty ship, and you are charting a course for a destination of your own choosing. This is your birthright. This is the higher calling that whisper in your heart was always pointing you toward. You were never meant for a small life. You were meant for a life of significance. So, I leave you with this final charge. Go forward with this new understanding. When challenges arise, see them as the stones and chisels for your walls. When opportunities appear, use them as the stained glass that adds color and light to your structure. Speak words that are like solid oak beams, strong and supportive. Think thoughts that are like finely carved details, adding elegance and meaning to your days. Build your habits as the daily rituals of a master builder, consistent and purposeful. Let your belief be the foundation upon which everything rests, deep and unshakable. You have a cathedral within you. It has been there all along, waiting for you to pick up the tools and begin the work. That work begins now. It begins with your very next thought. Make it a noble one. Make it a thought worthy of the magnificent structure you are destined to create. You are the architect, the builder, and the legacy. Go and build something extraordinary.